All right, traders, it's Mark. Today is Saturday, February 3rd. I had to think there for a second on the date. Okay, gang, it's been a little while since I talked about volume on here, and so what I have here is a 10-day volume chart. This middle chart is the up volume minus the down volume. And I don't know how many platforms plot this, but Thinkorswim does. NinjaTrader does not, at least not that I'm aware of. If somebody knows different, please let me know. And then over here I have the advancing issues minus the declining issues. This is strictly of the NASDAQ. Okay, so the idea here is if I come into like a red zone here, then I would look over at the 5-minute to sell. Or if I'm in a green zone like right here, I'd look at the 5-minute to buy. So let's just walk through and see how it did over the last 10 days. So at this point right here, you can see on the far left chart we are at the green zone. So I'd be looking for a buy. This trade doesn't really give you much, right? So not much to write home about. This trade, I honestly would have ended up most likely taking a loss on it. Okay, that's all for that day. So let's go to the next day. Okay, nothing in the morning until we get to here, right here. This is when we come into the red zone on the middle chart. I would have taken a trade here, would have been a loser. I would have taken another trade off of this candle. And all I'm doing, guys, is I'm just waiting for a down red bar when I'm inside the zone, and I would just take a trade below the low of the red bar. It's truly that simple. And because we're still in the zone, I would then take a trade here. And this trade moves, about 25 points. So I would have had 2 small losses and then a nice little win. All right, let's move to the next day. And you can see this. The nice thing about this strategy, you don't get that many trades. Okay, at the open, you are well above the red zone, but it does come right back into the red zone. So they never actually have a full body close above that red zone, so you can see what happens at the open here. A nice big sell-off, 60 handles. Okay, you have a nice little trade there, and then look at this. Beautiful trade right here, coming into the red zone on the middle chart. Nice move down, so you'd have another nice winner there. And I wouldn't take that green zone buy because I'd still be probably most likely in that red short. Okay. Let's move forward. And you can see, I mean, what we're looking at, 1-2 trades a day. I'm trying to replicate this on NinjaTrader. All right, so here we are in a green zone on the middle chart. And that happens before we're going in the red zone. So again, I'd go with the green, and you got a beautiful trade there. Okay, the next day, we go into a red zone on the left chart. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'd be in a red zone right here, so this would be a loss. That's all that would happen that day. Look at that move down. Hopefully that's a nice little sell-off on the actual 5-minute chart. So I'd be at the open, so I'd be looking for a trade here. And you go from what, 38? Guys, that's 35 points. That's a great trade. And what's interesting is you can see the divergence here, whereas you have the advanced declining issues heading up and the up-down volume going down. I don't know why that happens, and to me it's very intriguing how. Actually, never mind. You had both of them going down and price going up. That's very intriguing to me. But what's interesting is you can see his price is heading up here. I guess you have the advanced declining issues going up and the up volume going down. And then once they both roll over, you get a nice little move down. And then it goes flat the rest of the day. Okay, let's go into the next day here. Well, where am I? The 31st. Oh, up here. Okay, so I don't have anything until right there on the left chart. And check that out. Gosh, that is gorgeous. Look at this. Here's where we come into the red zone. Actually, you initially come into it back here. So I would have taken a trade here for a loss. Would have had another one. Actually, you know what? Yeah, so I would have taken a loss here. I would have had another loss here, and then a nice little win. Okay. Let's go into this next day. And looks like there are no zones except for right at the open on the left chart. Probably going to be a loss. We come into it right through here, and yeah, it's interesting again how once they both start rolling over, yeah. There's guys, I love this analysis using the volume. And this is yesterday, guys. We had that big sell-off yesterday. Which you know what's, and I'm going to talk a little bit about yesterday, but let me finish this analysis first. Okay, so I come into the red on the left chart here. You get a decent move, 54. I mean, that's again 35 points. And then I would take it again right at this point right here, guys. I'm in the red on both charts, and you get a massive sell-off. So guys, that's 10 days worth of data. I don't have numbers on the P&L because I haven't truly spent time building out a rule set for this. This is something that in my mind I could easily automate. I would just have to work on the entry and my exit. Okay, guys, let me talk about yesterday real quick. You had a massive sell-off on the NASDAQ yesterday. Let me show you on the 5-minute chart. We had a big sell-off here, over 100 points. But it was, you had really big swings. I mean, you got to move down here that is 90 points. And then it just turns around V bottom and goes up 65 points. And then from here it just slams down, and just these little retraces, guys, they look small, but this retrace goes from 70 to 35 points. That's a big retrace. So what happened is my system would change trends a little too early, and it was a very difficult trading day. Actually ended up with 13 losses and 2 wins. It was a down day for me. Overall on the week was a good week. This was overall on the week, and you can see, guys, fairly consistent through here. You have, a handful of just single-digit wins, and that's okay, but you're basically just buying your time until you get these big wins, right? So overall, 22% on the week. Let me give you a quick update and show you some code. I had some issues that I have officially been able to get resolved. So this is NinjaTrader. I've got the code officially ready. So from here, I just need to get it put up on a server, and then I'm going to send out something here on YouTube for you guys to sign up on email if you're interested in running some testing on it. Once that comes out, just sign up. I'll get it out to y'all, and we'll figure out a way to get some training going and then just see. I want to see if get some of you guys to jump on the bandwagon of doing some testing, and then see if y'all can replicate some of these results. I had a meeting with my trader this morning, and guys, he's just killing it. He is just killing it. So anyway, hope y'all have a great weekend. I will catch you on Monday.